Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host David Lefebvre, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up the entry-level Fix Payday binding. This is your first binding, you've never really dialed in any customization, don't worry, we're going to hold your hand through the whole process. To adjust any of these bindings in front of you, all you're going to need is two tools: flathead screwdriver, needle nose pliers. With the Fix Payday, just like every other unibody binding, to rotate the high back, you have to remove these plugs. To do so, you stick a flathead screwdriver or butter knife, needle nose pliers, Coke fingernail, put it in, rotate, and now it is loosened up and you can just pull it right out. You're going to repeat the same process on the other side. These are very easy to remove. So before you can actually adjust these little tabs, you've got to pull the little round parts off. Use your pliers for that. It's very easy. They snap right out. Now I can fully adjust that high back rotation to where it needs to go. As you can see here, the pin is in a neutral position, so this gives you 3 placements for rotation, which you want to make sure that you line up the plug with whatever one you're going to go with. So for this binding, because we want to rotate it out, it's my left binding. We're going to pull this section. We're going to pull this section all the way back. Once we've done that, we push in the plug and that locks it into place. With the outside of the binding, so ratchets out, always put your ratchets out. We want to make sure that that pin is all the way forward. Once it is, we take it, we push that plug in to get it lined up. It might be a little tight. If it is, put it flat, push down on it, and that will push it in. All right, so we're about halfway through this video. Why don't you like, subscribe, click the bell and get those notifications. You know you're going to be coming back here to learn more about snowboard gear. With the Payday, it does have a sewn strap. This is very crucial to getting your boot centered in there. You want to make sure that you can release that tab. I used a screwdriver because sometimes these things stick. But what you want to do is put your boot into the binding. Make sure it's in that heel cup. And what you want is equal amounts of pressure on each side of the binding, with that cutout in the middle perfectly aligned over your instep. I like to tighten down as I go on each side until I get this set to where I want it. So you can see here, this is looking pretty good, but it's a little off center on the inside. So we're gonna release that strap, put that down a little bit more, tighten it, and boom, that instep is absolutely perfect. One thing to note, on the Payday, there are actually numbers down here on this adjustment strip. So once you know what number you need, do it to the other binding. That will make it a lot easier. But you can see the instep is perfectly centered and the strap is cradling the boot. With the Payday, it is on a pin system for the toe strap. So what we ideally want to do is make sure that the straps are lined up where they need to be. With this boot, we actually want the ladder strap down on the inside, so you're going to push it in, pull it up, make sure that's locked in, and then with the toe strap side, we're going to push it down, slide it forward, and pull up. This is going to help center it over the toe. Now, if we look at this, it's a little off center on the inside of the toe where the actual adjustment is. So we're going to release that. We're going to just slide this down a notch or two. Now these are a little sticky, and as you can see, I'm having some problems with it. Just be aware of that, but if you have to, give it a lot more pressure than you think. Okay, now we've probably done too much. And as you can tell, yep, we have. For an easier way to set this up, just take the whole toe strap off, open it up, feed it in a couple clicks, see where you want it to be, tighten down that ladder strap. That still looks off center. I'm gonna release that ladder and that ratchet. Slide it down. We're gonna give it 2 more clicks. See where that goes. This is looking a little bit better. Still don't think it's right. So we're gonna release 1 more time. Give it another 2 clicks down. Now we're gonna tighten that down. There we go, that looks better. And then we're gonna click that flip tab and lock it in. Now that toe strap and heel strap are centered on this binding. It is personal preference, so just make sure you know to get it dialed in the way that you want. Congratulations, you got this binding dialed in. Wasn't a lot of steps, was it? Nope, you're good. Anyways, if you're gonna upgrade your binding to something else from Fix, why don't you check out one of our videos on how to dial those in.